players, and welcome to another episode of Pre-Market Screening. Today is Monday, November 21st, and this is Thanksgiving week in the United States. The first stock on the scanner is IMGO. You guys know these type of charts where there's just a big gap and then there's no movement. It's just, a very small range we normally ignore. I'm going to send an alert here for break above 36 just in case, but normally this is just a ignore button. The next one is FRGT. This one is on the cheaper side. I do trade stocks below $1, but normally I like them to be closer to 80 cents. At least approaching $1. This one's very cheap, but again, because it's so high in volume on the day, I'm going to chart it out. It's actually trailing this EMA 20 line very nicely, the blue line, and forming 5-minute flag breaks pretty consistently. So every flag break is an entry. Something to note about repeated flag breaks: when the stock does this grind up and every flag break is higher than the one before, that's okay. Once it gets into an area like this, see, this is technically 3 flags on the same level, you can start thinking about the Elliott waves and the fact that, the third flag is normally a breakdown. So just something to note, because what ends up happening when the flag breaks are on the same level is we're testing the same levels of support and resistance multiple times. So at this point, it would be nice if it could drop to VWAP for a VWAP bounce. And again, that's also not my favorite type of setup, because when I trade a VWAP bounce, I like this EMA 20 line to be below VWAP supporting it. When it's above it, because the EMA 20 line is a shorter time frame than VWAP, it moves a lot more violently. So, it could easily start getting closer and closer to VWAP, descending into VWAP, and creating a situation where our resistance is closer and closer. And, here's that test now of that EMA 20. The next stock is ARDX. The problem with this one this morning is it's barcoding a little too much. I'm going to send alert for break above 215. Before that, we could potentially trade break above 210. Not very exciting also. If you can tell, I'm not very excited about what we have on scanner this morning. I was waiting for 9 o'clock news to see if something new picks up, but nothing really exciting showed up on scanner. So this one's actually okay. SHC is my favorite one so far. The volume's still low on the day, but that's fine. We're still in the pre-market session. So here, I was going to say we could trade flag break. The problem is this one right here is a failed flag break. Although you see on that break of flag, there is no volume. So that's normally a good indicator that no one's watching it and we shouldn't bother with it. So we can wait for the next flag break and make sure that volume comes in. If volume doesn't come in, we can trade a break of above 8, but this is my favorite setup so far for sure. And then break above 825 would be the next squeeze level. That's good. Then we have ICU. Oh, I like this one a lot as well. The reason being, there's plenty of room to higher day from where it's at now. Almost, double potential. However, it could also very easily drop down to $1. So we can't just buy because higher day is far. We need to get some bullish momentum. And for me, here, that would be break above 6. The problem with break above 6 is that we have VWAP above it descending into it. So the closer it gets to it, the more complicated the trade would be. So a safer entry is break above 625. I'm actually going to make that trade plan. 626, 599, and then you can do Okay. Then we have BWV, which is another stock that shows up on scanner quite a lot. I'm going to similar here for break above VWAP. The volume's still a little low on the day, but if it picks up, it has decent room to higher day. ENSC, I like this chart a lot too. The volume's a little low, so who knows if it will pick up, but if it does, we can trade break above VWAP. And then NWTN looks like it's just squeezing right now. What is the higher day before this? 6 on break above 615. The volume is very low, but this is a very nice squeeze. I'm gonna put this on watch list in case the volume picks up on the day. We can trade a bounce in that 615, 6, or VWAP, or break above 650. All valid. And then let's take a look at some of the stocks we traded last week. Affirm, I'm going to send an alert here for break above 13.5. DLO, nothing to see here, no volume, but we can send an alert for break above 13 for another day, and then break above 13.2. Watch this. AGBA has been moving a lot over the past couple of weeks. So alert for break above 6. Oh, it's technically over 650 now. There's just a spread. I'm going to set alert for break above 7 and remove it from watch list. ICE, I'm going to set alert for break above 22.5 and 22. For a squeeze, those would be good levels, and remove it from watch list as well because there's no volume today. Okay, you guys, that is it. Let's do this. This is going to be a shorter week with Thanksgiving, but you know that shouldn't stop us from making money the days that the market is open. I will see you guys in the chat room.